Hey, it's Mr. Roboto back again with another quick trading video. All right, so for today's topic, we're going to be talking about using supply and demand to identify potential swings. The trade that we're going to be talking about is a trade I'm still in actually, but it's TSM calls. I have scaled out a little bit, and it's going to be a win. There's no way I can go red on this trade. All right, here's the daily chart on TSM. Very quickly, what you can see is that it's pretty much been trading in this range all year, right? So here's 2020, this or 2021. This is all year. It's been trading in this range, right? So sort of predictable, right? You could have even traded right here. You can trade all of this every time it bounces off of this range. This is a good opportunity to go long and take it up to the top of this channel that's been trading in. Well, I ended up taking it around here earlier this week. I can talk a little bit more about why I ended up taking it there. But on the daily, the other thing that I liked about TSM is that, as you can see, if you look at the volume profile tells you essentially where all the buyers are, right? So there's not that many buyers up here, but right here in the middle, right here, a lot of the buying is consolidated here. So a lot of the people who have bought TSM, they're buying in this in this general area, right? So this is where a lot of the buying is consolidated. Well, the thing is, when there's a lot of buying consolidated in a general area and there's not a lot of overhead above, there's a good chance that if the stock does go up a little bit, there's not a lot of people to sell into that move. So there's a good chance that that stock can continue its upward movement. So that's one thing. One reason why I ended up taking TSM as a swing, right? Because there's a very large volume of buyers in this general area, and as you know, as it moves up, there's less and less buyers, or less and less, essentially bag holders to sell in this move, right? That's another reason why I liked TSM just from the daily chart, right? But if we zoom in, if we look at this is the 30-minute time frame, right? Well, let's actually go to the 1 hour time frame. So this is TSM earlier in the week, right? So you can see there's a 1 hour demand zone right here. So I take this red basing candle and I just stretch it down to the wick of the candle next to it, a 1 hour demand zone. And you can see we had this big move up, right? And look at this volume here, right? Very low volume on this basing candle, but then huge buy volume up, right? So this is what I look for, right? Anytime you see a huge, volume like this, and then it has a huge move up, you can be sure that there's going to be unfilled orders here. You can be pretty confident there's going to be unfilled orders. There's going to be people who are waiting for the price to get back down so that their orders can get filled. That's a good opportunity to go long, right? Anyways, so this price went back down, right? Went back down, and it bounced in this zone a couple times, right? I didn't enter until I believe it was Monday or Tuesday, right? But you can see the selling is dying down. The volume is starting to, decrease on the selling. It's starting to get a little bit tighter, and then you start forming higher lows, right? You got a low here, and then a first higher low right here. I actually entered TSM right around here on, I believe this was Monday, and then I added a little bit to my position right around here yesterday, right? Um, and then this is the sort of move that we had today. It was a huge breakout. Again, testing the top of this upper trend line, right? And that's in confluence with a supply zone. It's actually the supply zone's on the daily. So if you can see here, there is a green basing candle right here on the daily. And this is where the sell-off occurred last time. So this is where my supply zone is, right? So my plan on TSM since the beginning, since getting into this swing, was to enter calls here, right at the middle of where all this volume is, and then ride it up and scale some of my position up at this upper trend line, right? And you want to scale, you know, because how many times has it rejected this upper trend line now? Once, twice, three times. So you definitely want to go ahead and take some scales, um, you know, take some of your position off into this upper trend line. So I went ahead and took off some of my position here today on this move up, right? Right around here, I went ahead and took a little bit of my position off. I got about 140% scales there today. And then I'm holding my position because there's a good chance that, maybe this is the breakout that breaks this upper trend line. And if we break this upper trend line, there's a good chance that, TSM goes all the way to here, right? That's 136. Maybe it goes and tests new all-time highs around 142. So I'm already green on this trade, and I'm just, I have my stops in place. So if it gets back down to around here, I'll go ahead and just, potentially cut the rest of my position. But right now we're currently at like 155%, and I have about 50% still in. And again, this was all just from standard supply and demand. Even for swings, you can use supply and demand to identify, longer term position, not necessarily just day trades. All right, so that's analysis on TSM. Hopefully it keeps going. If we're at 150% already on our contracts right here, I have December contracts, so I have a little bit of time on them. I can only imagine what the percentage will be if it gets up to 136, right? That'd be really great. That'd be a great win. Yeah. So this trade and many like it are, I post a lot of my ideas in my private Discord, and I am thinking about potentially putting in a swing trading chapter in my supply and demand zones course that I'm putting together. If that's something that you're interested in, it's supplyanddemandzones.com. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you like this video, if you learned anything, please like, subscribe, and please comment. That'd be really great for the channel. Thanks.